Guys, so it's Julie here with a brand new Order in Chaos Online video, and today I want to talk about my Discord page. So heaps of you have been asking, what's this Discord page, why should I join it, what's it to do with me? Well, let me explain to you. This is all about you, to be honest. So if you guys want to come in and help out, that's awesome. If you don't want to implement your own words in and help out, that's your problem as well. But for me, what I've done is I've put together a ideas and suggestions page on Discord. Basically what it does is we discuss about what's happening right now in the game for Order in Chaos 1. It talks about the bugs in the game, it talks about the tuning of classes, content itself, the list goes on. But anyways, I'll cut it short because we've got a few things to go through and it'll probably be a 20-minute video. Alright, so basically what I've been doing is I've been emailing Gameloft for the last 2 years nearly to fix problems in the game. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in 2018 we had a big Scenic bug where the game kept constantly crashing, and that was players doing millions and millions of damage on the dummy from the mana prisms. So what they did was they fixed the Scenic bug, which was great and all, but they didn't actually fix the major problem, which was the mana prisms. So I've been in constant warfare with them about mana prisms and stuff. Obviously, with that, there's obviously consequences and stuff in the meantime. So, how do I start this one? So, basically what I've said is, with this email, I've explained that, yeah, thanks to you guys in the past and your support, we've been able to fix the Scenic bug, which was a big, massive issue in the game. No one could play. And yeah, after that I've also kept discussing the other issues, which were the ones that a lot of people are aware of, so mana prism, gem bug, rammer damage, tank damage, all this goes on. Alright, so what I'll do is, you guys can join it whenever you want, anyone can join, doesn't matter age or anything. I'll show you that link, how do I show it here? Look, I'll show it at the end of the video. I'll put the link in the description, and then you guys can decide whether or not you want to join and put your input in. Alright, so basically, this will be sent to the development group on the 10th of June, the final outcome. So yeah, this will be sent to, obviously, a customer care agent and a developer. And then yeah, from there, I'm hoping that with enough of your support, we can push forward ideas, suggestions, and changes that we all want in the game. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have all read this bit. So the first issue we had was the mana prism spells. They can be stacked in and out of arena, causing one-shots and unbalanced in-game damage. Should Gameloft completely remove the item mana prism from the game and keep them as a vanity pet buff, or should Gameloft just fix the bug completely so we can't get the spell's bugs stacked on the character? So, as an MMO player, I've played MMOs and I know how MMOs work. In my opinion, I think they should just fucking remove it, because it's just a waste of fucking time to fix. I'd just make them pets or something and make them as a pet buff. But you guys will probably still want them in the game because you've all spent money on them, or bugged them or whatever. But yeah, as a personal person, I really think they should just completely remove the mana prisms from the game. They've never really been a significant thing for Arena, and they've been a pain in the ass for people to get, and they cost a fortune. So I feel they should just completely remove them from the game, and then that should balance the game a little bit better. So yeah, I put myself as agree on this. We should fix it. And 7 others have also agreed with it as well. The dislike is me, just so you know. If it's just blue, it's me. So if I do that, yeah, it shows that that I was the only one who disliked it. So everyone agrees with me on this situation, and it should be fixed. Let me put the fucking thumbs down. Sorry for my language, I'm Aussie. Alright, issue 2. Should tank guard damage be tuned down by 80% since it's a support class? The following spells are unfair to others who play Arena. PvP, Retaliate 75 row, block value damage is scaled too high. I mentioned Garrison tank does not one-shot players and has low damage, but the tanks have the most stamina, defensive spells, the most stuns, passive one-shotting without any stacks for Retaliate. Right. So, from my understanding and from all the other MMOs that I've played, a support class is a support class. They support with CC, they support with healing, they support with damage reduction. That is a support class. They're not supposed to deal the most damage in the game. They should never deal more damage in a DPS ever in a game. I understand that a lot of people in the past have always been arguing about tanks being, like, especially in Season 3, they're saying tanks weren't strong enough, tanks were weak, tanks are this, tanks are that. The truth was, guys, in Season 2 and Season 1, tanks were fucking broken. They should never have dealt so much slap damage. It's the truth, okay? And it is a fun class. Everyone likes that defensive type of class where they have a little bit more survivability. But let's just be real, guys. Tank is broken. It has ridiculous amount of health. It has the most defense because in its mastery it gets a damage reduction, and then it's also got resilience. So it's actually, the way tank is designed right now, that's the resilience every character should have right now in the game. It should never be one-shotted. But in saying that, Retaliate as well, yeah, I believe Retaliate should be heavily nerfed. It should never deal anywhere near above 4 to 5k damage. And it's not like it's, like, and the other thing as well, like, you watch people play it, and you watch so many of the top players, especially even like people like Internal OAC or Lebedev or Mosa or Goran or Speed Freak. They never ever ever stacked up 5 times to get a full Retaliate. They literally just drop the spell without any like use of brain. They just press it. Like, they don't even stack it. They just press the button. All they did was stack block value off the stance. And yeah, that's it. Like, they literally one-shot you for 50k. And I think that's unfair for newer players because they can't obtain gear because of this. It's also a pain in the ass for world PvP because tanks are just one-shotting and you can't one-shot them back. I know that's a defense class, but they really shouldn't be one-shotting in the first place. And then you look at like another tank class, for instance, like Garrison. Garrisons are not doing one-shots like Tank Guard is. Like, they've got a lot of survivability, like the Tank Guard, but if I was to pick between the two tanks, I would definitely pick the Tank Guard over the Tank Garrison purely because of the broken damage and the amount of stuns. Like, you look at Void, you can just spam that stun constantly with aggro. How annoying is that for a melee to deal with? Like, just someone's constantly spamming stun on you and not been able to deal damage to him because he's absorbing all the damage they take for the stun. And then they've got the charge, they've got an AoE ankle. And then you got to remember as well, if they're running double tank, it's twice as bad. It's unfair. Like, it's really unfair. But anyways, 9 of you agreed with me, 3 of you disagreed. So I believe that this issue is a valid issue if that many agree with me. Issue 3. Should all bans in every Order in Chaos Online account be lifted? Majority of the player base, at least 40% to my knowledge, got banned till 2050 with the reason that they violated terms of services, but Gameloft will not explain to their player base what they did wrong with the amount of bugs in game current. Alright, so this issue here was also a big issue, so no one's disagreed with me on this. That's me disagreeing on this because I have to put the option there. So 12 of you agreed that everyone should get unbanned. I believe everyone should get unbanned because it's the bugs and the issues in the game are from Gameloft. They failed to produce a game and they left bugs opened from 2018 to 2021. And what happens is when you don't fix bugs in the game, people start to think, well, if you're not going to fix it, you've abandoned us or you don't care. And yeah, this is what happens. Everyone in the game starts using bugs. And bugs, for instance, are like the gems, which are in the auction house. I explained to Gameloft about this, actually. I said, how is it normal for someone to buy a level 5 gem from an auction house that's been bugged, but you ban the person who's duped it? They couldn't even explain to me how that's right. Like, it makes no sense. And not even to me it makes sense. Like, if you bug a gem, you violated terms of services. That's how I see it. You've duped a gem. You've avoided spending X amount of money or time to farm that item to sell. You shouldn't even be selling it because you bugged the hat. The hat is bound when you put the gem on the hat. But when you bug the hat to sell the hat in the auction house, well, for me that's a bug, and I think that should be fixed. And I will also say that 12 of you guys agree with that with me as well, out of this list of 36 people, which is like a big positive for me, to be honest. So yeah, like, I reckon, yeah, I really do think all the bans should be lifted, as well as them fixing the bugs. And if they don't fix the bugs, I still think they should get their bans lifted, because you're banning them for those reasons. Like, if you're going to ban them for those reasons, you better fix the issues. Otherwise, lift the ban and don't fix the issue. It's simple as that. But yeah, This issue is a big issue, and they really should think about this because a lot of their player base in iOS has been banned unfairly because of this matter. Even my tune got banned, and I've never even bugged a gem in my life on my main heal, right? Which is bizarre. Like, my main healer got permanently banned till 2050, and my Flame Knight got banned till 2050. And like, okay, my Flame Knight used I will admit, my Flame Knight had Prism bugs, but I had to compete with the other DPS. Every other DPS in the top rank were doing it, so there was no option for me. I was pretty much forced into doing it. But my healer, however, I would never touch a bug. I would never do anything to bug my heal. Yet, they ban me to 2050, and they won't give me a reason why. They're questions like I ask them, and they don't give me the answers for. Anyways, moving on. With the amount of bugs in the game, if they did lift those who get banned, and they got their ban lifted, would they still be at a significant advantage to others? Yes, if you think they would be, or no, if you think they would be at the same advantage or worse off. I think they'd be worse off because, one, they could be behind now because they've been banned for so long, and there's other people in the game now which have probably gotten the newer gems, or the lava gems, or the rammer weapon, or or got Nigel, or got like heaps of other stuff since then. There's no way anyone's max bugged their tune. The only person that I can think of that's max bugged their tunes that got banned was probably Lewis on his Flame Knight and his tank. They're the only two that I could think of that got perma banned. But I think his tank got lifted. His ban on his tank got lifted, but his Flame Knight's still banned. Which is another question I've got to ask. Like, the people that abused it the hardest are not even banned, and the people that didn't abuse it the hardest got banned for 2050. Like Goron, for instance. Like, Goron didn't even touch a bug, and he got banned. Like, anyways, moving forward. So yeah, 3 of you disagree with this one, and it was Dopey, George, and Eunice. They're all tank players. Alright, issue 4. With the amount of gem bugs in the game and sold in the auction house, should Gameloft fix the bugs to clone dupe gems and decrease the value of all gems by 80% so they are at most 1% damage bonus, and make them tradable for non-bound items? None of you disagree, and I would assume why, because you guys love the damage. But let's just be real, when you abuse a bug in the game like gems and stuff, and everyone's got it, it's going to get either balanced or fair to a point, or it's just going to be very unfair. In all fairness, I think gems should be free, and they should cost nothing. There should just be an add-on stat, which should be at most 2% damage, but that's alright. You guys disagree? That's fine. So you guys disagree there. Issue 5. Should Gameloft nerf lava gems or remove the effect being used in the arena PvP to balance the game? 11 of you disagree. That's fine. But there's one thing I want to say about this issue. If you're not gonna nerf this or remove the effect in arena, then you better fix the lava gem bug, because there's so many people who have contacted customer care and they've gotten 3 or 4 different lava gems from different class roles which they shouldn't have, and they have a massive advantage to other players in the game, and it really throws off the game balance. So if you're not gonna nerf it or remove the effects in arena, then you better fix the people that you've sent lava gems to. Issue 6. Should all vanities be account bound when you collect 4 to get achievements be sellable tradable items? Yep. So everyone agrees with that. Everyone agrees if you were to get a vanity, it should go into a bag slot, so it gives you more bag space. Everyone agrees with me on that. Everyone agrees that if you have that vanity as well, it should work on your alt in your account. So yeah, all of you will agree with this, and they should be sellable, because they're vanities, like they're achievements which you can sell off to people. That's how you make gold in the game. And they should bring the events back for this too, because when there was events and the vanities were active, people used to play for hours on end. I remembered in levels, man, we used to farm 24 hours to help our teammates get these gear items, and they had no stat at all. It was just to fucking look at the item. It made you look really nice. They really should look into fixing this. Issue 7. Should all mounts be allowed to be used in arena, including exclusive mounts which you farm hard for? They should be. They should be, man. Like, the dragon, the S3 dragon, like, that's a PvP achievement. You can't use it. I don't understand why. You should be able to. Or, if you buy the elephant mount, like, when the elephant mount first came out in the royal market, you could use it in arena, and then like 3 weeks later, they fucking removed it. And it was the coolest thing ever, man. You running in with this big fucking elephant. Now it just feels like you're stuck with 3 mounts. It's just boring. Like, you should be able to flaunt your mounts in arena, like, or Battlefield. It just looks way better. They should do this. I don't understand why not. So yeah, I really think they should remove the restrictions on this shit and let people play or use whatever mount they want. It also helps people who are trying to push for 3151 and need a faster mount. This will fix a lot of the issues. Issue 8. Do you consider Gameloft customer care helpful? Well, personally, I don't. I do try. Like, sometimes they help, but sometimes they don't. But 11 of you people say no. 11 of you out of the 35 disagree. Alright, issue 9. Should Arena 1 Plus be introduced back into the game so all players can push for 3151 rating achievement or the tattoos or mount? Everyone agrees. 10 of you agree. Or 9 of you agree, sorry. 9 of you agree. So, what this means is, when you queue for Arena, you get an instant queue. You're not waiting fucking 10 minutes for a reset. It just instantly will throw you into a team or a group. And you win a 1+ regardless of the rate of the player. This is good because what it does is like, I understand boosting was bad back in the days because it was blocking the queue, but if it's not blocking the queue, I don't see it as a problem. People can queue and stop them from boosting. If you're good enough, you'll stop them from boosting. As simple as that. It's not like you can't call someone a booster. Like, if they're not really avoiding the boost, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like Logan where he's queuing himself over and over and over and over, and then as soon as he sees you log on, he stops queuing. It's more when you're blocking the queue, so like you're not queuing them on your mains, you're just boosting off your turn and you're avoiding someone. So I think this should be put back in the game because it will bring a lot of drama back into the arena scene, and it will make more players play again because they can start getting rate. New players can get their PvP gear faster, and so on. So I think this really needs to be put back into the game. Not just for that, it's very hard to get this 3151 rating achievement now. Like, the only way you can do it right now is by avoiding and boosting. And it's very hard to boost as well right now because of the queue times. So if they fix it, all this shit will be... Everyone will like this. Everyone will want this back. Should Arena Cap on Season 4 or 5 gear be removed so all new players can attain their gear with honor points? I think this is an absolute yes, because new players just cannot get to 2401 or 2551 when they're versing tank teams. Like, let's just be real, it's so hard for a new player to go into Arena because all they're going to do is get one shot constantly, over and over and over. Makes it very unfriendly. They're forced to wear Season 2 gear like my other healer, or Season 3 gear, or Season 4 gear. They can't get the newest gear to be competitive. So this should be, the cap should be removed. All of you agree there. 9 of you agree on the next one. So issue 11, should Arena queue time be removed? It was implemented because of boosting. Yeah, we explained this before. Yeah, all of you agree on this. Issue 12, should all world bosses drop rammer horns and make world boss worth farming again to increase your chance to drop rates of your rammer horn? Should they implement dungeons and events for horns so they can kill rammer in the week to give them a better chance? Yeah, this should be a big yes. They should have in the events the amount of times you kill rammer, and whoever's like the top 10 get like 3 horns. So then what happens is the people who implement all their time on rammer get horns at the end of the week, rather than be sitting there for a week going, I don't get any horns. I don't get any horns. You know, it should be like, they should encourage you to play, and they should encourage you to get the item one way or another. And I think this issue here needs to be addressed as well. 9 of you agree with me, 3 of you disagree. I bet the 3 of you that disagreed are probably people who message Gameloft. Let me have a look. Dopey. Oh yeah. So it's just Dopey and George. They're trolls. So yeah, so most of you agree. You all agree that there should be an event for rammer. If you kill rammer, you get into like the list of the top 10 where you can get horns. And then if you reroll, you get another loot or something. Like, when the amount of times you loot rammer, you know, there's just things you can do to make this better. World bosses like other ones, yeah, I think they should do it. They should buff them, like buff like World Beast and Glenoo and all those ones, and then let them drop horns too, and drop jades. That'd be good, because then what happens is you're bringing 5 world bosses back into the fray. You're putting everyone in world PvP zones again. You'll be making a lot of guild wars this way instead of one spot. The rammer's got no world PvP zone, so you're not really fighting for anything. So it'd be good to see this come back into play. They start putting rammer horns on all the bosses. It'll get others to catch up to the weapons. Issue 13, should Arena World PvP have a 30% resilient buff when the timer starts, gauge drops and diminished down to one shot rather than an instant one shot? I'm Spectacle. So, I know I've pressed yes to no on this, but I'm Spectacle because if they don't fix the problems, this is one alternative to fix the problems. So like a 30% resilience buff would make it about the same as a tank, and it would diminish down. So like say for instance, like it would be at 30% and it'll drop down by 1%, 2%, 3%, 4% as the time goes down to 5 minutes. And then what happens is when you're down to your like last minute, it'll be like you walking into arena, like originally without the buff. So you would be open to one shot. That's just an option I thought I'd throw on the table. Obviously 7 of you have disagreed, or 6 of you have disagreed, 2 of you have agreed. Should Gameloft put a set bonus on for the PvP rings and cloaks to increase your resilience by 8% and give value? I think they should. And it also makes it so like diploma rings are not an essential as well. It makes you want to wear PvP gear in PvP. This will also help the 8% resilience for a lot of people who are getting one shot by tanks. This would help a lot. 8% is a lot. It would be awesome if they did this. And a lot of you agree. So, yeah, 80 of you agree. Should Battlefield be randomized way for new players to get gear and find arena partners rather than be pre-made and give them a higher honor? Yeah, they should. So, like, I've played other games like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy and all that stuff, and nothing's better than a randomized Battlefield. You just queue up, you literally just click the button, and it randomizes you with other people in the game that want to do the random BG. And if you win or you lose, you get points regardless. But what it does is it makes you find other players to potentially do 2s or 3s arena with. But this helps you get gear, this will encourage their Battlefield to be more active as well. And this will also be very rewarding. It'll bring back the game when you do this, because when you've got a 4v4 happening all the time, people will just queue, because there's a lot of people that are just like looking for 2's partner, looking for this, looking for that. At least with this, right, it randomizes it. You don't have to look. You just press it, you queue, you're in. And regardless of the outcome, you win an award of some sort. You can farm what you need to farm. You can get your PvP gear quickly because you get the points. It's a win-win situation. Players will be happy and Gameloft will be happy because they're burning tabs. So I think they should do this, and everyone agrees. Okay? Everyone agrees on this. Should Gameloft increase mount spawns? They feel low to me right now, and introduce more mounts. 11 of you agree. I think we should too. In Season 2 and Season 3, it was such a big thing. There used to be like 40, 50 people sitting at a fucking lion spawn for about 8 hours a day talking shit till the thing spawned, and they used to throw traps. So I think this is a big thing they should implement back in the game. It doesn't have to be like... It could be like even pets as well, specific pets, new pets in the game. You could do that as well with pets. Or put dragons out there, really exclusive rare dragons or something, or like fucking drakes or something, man. Just have them in the sky, and then like you use a special item that drops them down, and you kill it, and then you have like a chance to get them out. There's heaps of things you can do. Heaps of things you can do. Issue 17, should mount traps, all types including 100% traps, be obtained by gold vendors or tradable? Yep, heaps of people that used to do mount farming, some of them quit because there was no option for people to get these traps for free. It's gotten better over the years. When you log on, you get the 50% traps, but I think either you remove the 100% trap completely from the game and leave them at 50%, and then make them viable from the vendor at Gameloft for like, say, 4,000 or 5,000 gold. I think that's fair. If you want 100% trap, you got to pay for it. If you think it should be less, let me know in the chat. Issue 18, should Free Will Parade Divine Mind be removed and replaced with a mana regame for people who stand in it like the old Zealots will? See, like, I play Monk as a main. I love it. But I think it's a bit unfair. When you've got a 10-second passive free will, no one can stun you. So I think it should be changed, and I would personally prefer a mana regeneration. I know that you got the Season 4 mana regen option, but I don't think that's the way to go. Like, I think they should remove the free will prey. It's unfair for people that play like Flame Knight or DD or melee, because it's just like there's no way you can set a combo up. Especially mage. You go in for a stun, you can't stun, you can't burst. It's shit. They should remove it. 8 of you disagree though, so whatever. Is elemental lightning overtuned and should be reduced by 20% in its damage? 7 of you agree, 3 of you disagree. Well, yeah, but like it is a mage. Like, if they fix the resilience, then yeah, it'll probably be balanced. But if they don't fix the resilience, then yeah, they should reduce it by 20%. 7 of you agree, 3 of you disagree. Diploma gear for new players are unfriendly for new free-to-play players, and we should have other ways to obtain them for free-to-play purposes, such as events or joining a guild where they can use a vendor to buy the items for gold from drops. Yeah, I get that. So yeah, when I was gearing up my alt, you get a lot of issues with diploma gear and farming items and stuff, and the lower gear dungeons don't really have a specific reward. I think this would be a good idea. Like if you got events running through the week, you have diploma items or pieces pop up. Like the top 10 get these items or whatever it is, diploma pieces, to boost them to get to level 75 quicker. That would help a lot. But the biggest thing right now is not many people will do this. Like they won't go from level 1 to level 75 anymore. They'll either buy the boost pack or they'll just farm the dungeons. Once they get to level 15, they'll just farm KPL, then, you know, GSL to fucking SPL to FCL, because the experience is quick and faster, and they just get a carry. It's just faster, but yeah, either way it works. They should do this anyways. It probably helps them make money, and it probably helps us too. Should all pets, including petite and royal mounts, spawn in world PvP like the other pets? Yeah, absolutely. If you've got pets and mounts in the Nick shop, they should also be catchable in-game for free. No ifs or buts. And all of you agree. Should a lot of previous players who played back in Season 2 and recently logged and bugged old spells before resetting had additional charges, damage reduction spells, basically old spells? Should Gameloft fix this if players' accounts are up to date? Yes, they should. I don't think it's fair that a tank or a DD has 3 charges and 2 different Lactruses and 2 Courages. I think that's a load of shit. I think you guys should refresh the whole game so everyone is up to date again. Absolutely agree. Should all servers be cut down to 2 per region? Yeah, okay. So yeah, what I was trying to say here, you have one busy server in Arcadian Forest iOS, and you've got a quiet server, because not everyone likes busy populated servers. I think this would be a good idea. It would make it so PvP is more active. It would also make it so that people can do dungeons. It makes it better for mount spawns in quiet servers. People can just farm whatever they want. People won't be going, oh, the game's dead, because they're minimized. Makes it more active. So yeah, I agree with this strongly, and everyone agrees with me too, because if I take rid of that, everyone agrees. So I think they should do that. It probably help them too with money and stuff, because I know to run servers are a lot of money. So when you're running so many servers, yeah, it can cause a lot of lag issues and so forth. But not just that, it makes it easier for controlling the servers as well when you've got less to deal with. Would you like to see a cross-platform for Order and Chaos Online 1 and create it as a faction? That would be fucking sick. I'd love to see this, but I think because of the old game engine, they're not going to be able to do it. So, but that would be cool if iOS was versing Android and it was like Coordinate Alliance kind of, but it was like iOS and Android. That'd be sick, guys. That'd be fucking sick. But yeah, everyone agrees they would want to see that, but it's just me saying no because I have to. So many agreed on this, man. Fuck. Issue 25, should Gameloft make their promise and continue to update the game as requested on August the 12th, 2018 with new dungeons and level caps? Everyone agrees there. Yeah, we do need a top 8 reward. Like Season 1 when you could get the bear. Top 10 used to get the bear. It was like the top 5%. That was cool. And then when you did it 10 times in a row, you got to keep them out. That will be cool. That's what they should bring back. But the top 8 get dragons or something. That'd be sick. Or the top 8 get a new vanity or an exclusive tabard or something, you know, with a statistic buff or something, you know, it'd be cool, and you can equip the tattoo on it. That'd be cool. Issue 26, should all dungeons have a new tier mode called Mythic Mode where you can farm old school items at a level 75 instead of level 70, making 60... Absolutely, this would be fucking sick. So basically, so you have Legend Mode and... Wait, what is it again? Normal Mode and Legend Mode. And then you got Mythic Mode. What they should... they should really put this in place. And then they could start making, like... You make Legend Mode free, okay? Because it's old content, yeah? So you can make Legend Mode free. People can still farm the epic items they haven't farmed before. You don't put exhaust on Legend Mode, but then you put Mythic Mode as a tab exhaust. So, and then you make the content like level 78 or level 80. So then the old players can play the classic dungeons for like the old school GSL gear or the SPL with like 75 stats. That would be fucking sick, man. They should really do this. It would bring back all the old content again. It would make it so players would come back, not for the nostalgia, and for the sets, the new sets. You call it the reborn sets or something, you know, this would be sick. They should do this. Really recommend this Gameloft. This is a big thing right here. I would really recommend this. Players using speed hack or third-party software should be banned IP address. Absolutely. I don't know. I see. There was one. I'm going to say one person that was doing it, and they know who it is. Starts with W, ends in T. They know who they are. I'm not going to say their name though. If they get caught, they get caught. I don't think speed hacking is fair, and you should be punished reasonably harsh. We currently have a Scenic bug for guild spells. Where can you... Yeah, they should hotfix this. Either remove them completely, hotfix it so they don't get all stacked, or make them trinkets. So when you unlock them, make them trinkets, and then you can equip them onto your trinket. So like for instance, if you want the extra resilience, you can equip it on a trinket. If you want the extra free will, you can equip it on a trinket. If you want the extra damage, you can equip it. This will kind of balance out the game as well, in terms of like bugs as well, because everyone's bugged them all. But if you have to individually equip it as a trinket, this would remove the others. So yeah, I think this would be a way to fix it, instead of like, yeah, just make them all trinkets and put them at the PvP vendors, like a guild vendor. And then yeah, when you unlock like a certain level, you can just buy them for honor points or something, you know? This is an idea. Should guild spells not be used in arena? No, I still think they should be used in arena. Yeah, no, they've always been used in arena. I don't see the problem with them not being used in arena. I think everyone likes them in arena, but the only thing they dislike is that every single one's being used in arena at the same time because they're bugged. So if you remove the bug, make them trinkets, then it's fair. And I'd call them guild trinkets or something. So you go to a guild vendor, buy them, equip one, or you can equip two. You know, like it's just new ways to make it fun. You can even use them for PvE. Like there's so many things you can do with this guild spell. Make them guild trinkets or something, you know. Should World PvP Guild War events be reintroduced? Absolutely. I loved it. Nothing was more entertaining watching one of Speed's videos, him farming Notorious like 50 versus 1. It was fucking hilarious. It was like, people used to buy so much buffs and shit. They used to spend so much money on Gameloft to buy buffs, visuals, everything to win those events. And this was one of them. Everyone used to get involved, purposely die, farm for this vanity. Like, it was fun. And yeah, the only other thing I would recommend as well is with guild events, like especially like if they're going for a vanity in a world PvP event and they're going for like the wings, make it so like it's a guild reward. So like if he wins the wings for that week and he's in levels or whatever, or if he's in Notorious, he wins the wings with his group of guildies, they should all be able to buy the vanity for that week because they've all achieved it. It's not the one guy, it's everyone. Everyone's implemented help. It's a guild achievement. It should just be bang. There you go. Everyone can buy it for that week. Or even like unlock it and then leave it unlocked so people can buy it whenever they can, rather than be like forced to fork out $100 for vanities. Like there's just other options you can do on the table. Should gems not be used in arena to better balance the game? Well, Season 3 they were balanced. Like Season 3 was quite balanced, but it's very unfair for new players. Like if you got a new player that comes in and doesn't have gems, he's going to lose. Simple as that, because he doesn't have the gear. But for me, like, I don't care. Like, I would play with or without gems, and it wouldn't make me any worse. At the end of the day, it's how you play your class. Like, I would say get good, but yeah. Should they be using arena though? I think they still should be using arena, but they should be nerfed to like half the effect or whatever they are. So they're not significantly carrying your class. Like, there's a lot of people that have level 5 gems and their stats are so high that that literally is all that they need to carry them to win games. I reckon they should be nerfed by at least half, and then like leave them at full effect for PvE content, or leave them for world PvP at full effect. Should I buff be a longer cooldown in arena or remove to make it fair? No, leave it as it is. Fuck the assassins. Nah, it is a bit unfair because assassins only get 1 smoke bomb. Either they should give them 2 smoke bombs and nerf the damage, or give them an option in their talent tree so they can have 2 smoke bombs, and make it so their damage for their daggers and stuff deal more damage, so then it's more of an assassin rather than just a run up smoke bomb and run away. At least this way it would be more fun, and I think assassins would prefer that too. If the buff was to stay as it is and they had 2 smoke bombs, it gives them more of a reason to run away. Even if the arena as well, like if the arena had no time limit, like after 5 minutes it still ran, then yeah, they would definitely need 2 smoke bombs. So that's just like a preference choice. I think they should have an option though for smoke bomb. It should be like smoke what damage is reduced by like 60%, but your dagger's damage gone up by like 30 or 40%. And I think heaps of people would prefer that. But we'll see. Like, people will talk in the chat about it, and because they play Rogue better than me, so. The 1-5 cap per arena should have a chance for new players to get season. Yep, absolutely. They should be able to. Once you cap for the day, you should have a chest. You should be able to open the chest. It should either give you a chance to get a PvP weapon for season 5 or season 4, or some level 5 gems, or like a temporary white wolf resilience buff pet for like 7 days. Heaps of things you can do. Absolutely. Should Festering Rune Marksman spell be instant cast again and deal less damage and have a stun? Yes, agree. We should do that. That should be a big yes. Marksman's really bad right now. Should we have a speedrun event? Yeah, we should do that too. And then, like, in your events, have like the fastest run. At least this way, it's more friendly for free-to-play players. They go push for a hard fast run, they get 3 shots, and then after that they can start spending for tabs to do it more and more and push for their time. And then give them a good reward, give them like an exclusive mount or like a world buff, you know, something. Would you like the old PvP talent trees back? Season 2, yeah, I love the old 2611 because it made you unique. You could play hybrid, you could play full damage, you could play full tank, you could play full heal. There was just so... I preferred the old talent trees. It was just so much better. There was no complications. Everyone was happy. And then as soon as they changed the trees, no one liked them. I really think they should go backwards and fix their talent trees back to the old school way. Should Gameloft have a 3rd talent tree for mages? Bring back the Frost Mage. Yes, absolutely. I love Frost Mage, but so many people hated them because they were strong back then. But when you look at it now, if you put a Frost Mage in this season, they would be shit. Because it's hard for them to spam Frostbolt when you've got a tank hitting you for 50k, or you've got a Flame Knight spamming fucking crowns, or a DD bursting you. They can silence it, they can stop the burst. Like, Frost Mage right now would not be anywhere near as strong as an Elemental either. They just need 1 stun, Elemental could one-shot them. Like, yeah, I really think they should bring this back. Bring back the old Frost Mage. God, tank voice player has an option to give a stun. Constant stun familiar. Complain about how annoying the stun is, but worse when you verse 2 tanks. Since it's a permanent stun, should this be removed, changed, or refined? They should never have it. They should be removed. There should be an AoE silence or an AoE root spell. Probably a root would be better than a stun. At least that way they can't move. I feel like they're using the stun as an alternative, but yeah, I think a root spell, like a root AoE, for their ads or for the targets in arena with a or a silence AoE would be better, and it would also make it easier for melee DPS as well to still do damage. Yeah, I think the root spell would be better. Root or a silence instead of a stun. AVs agree. Would you like Gameloft to replace a 4v4 arena to a 3v3 arena due to low population? Yeah, that'd be sick, man. I'd love a 3v3 arena. And even in World of Warcraft, it's so good having a 3v3. You can like do a you could do like a rogue mage monk team or a rogue mage SG. You could do so many comps, and like all classes will be viable in a 3v3. Like, it wouldn't matter what you play. You could play Garrison even and still be viable because of the buffs, the damage boost that it gives. There's just so much you can do in a 3v3 compared to a 4v4. And because it's a lower population, it's just easier to find 3 people than to find 4 people. So yeah, I agree. I would like to see this come into like next season or this season even. Would you like Angel Vigil back? Fuck off. Don't even talk to me about that shit. I don't want to see Vigil again. They should completely fucking delete that shit off the map. I'm only going to read it, and heaps of you guys disagree with me. Should the instant 80% healing Divine Monk spell be replaced with an 80% mana regain instead? Old mana regain for S2. If they don't fix the damage, then no, absolutely not. But if they fix the damage and it's doing like what is necessary, then yeah, absolutely. I would like it replaced, because then it becomes more of a cast rather than just a hide behind the rock, press 80%, kite, and not many people like kiting classes so much. Yeah, and the mana's a good thing to have to replace, and it will make it so like monks have to like rotate a bit better, and also help with PvE. Should Marksman class be allowed to use this pet buff in Arena? Yeah, they should. So Marksman should be able to use. They should have like in the 75 row, instead of that damage spell which eats their health, they should replace it with a has an option to use a pet of their, like a pet that they've farmed, like a petite or a like an elephant or whatever they want, like any of the pets, like even the resilience pets. Makes it so that the Marksman has a reason to farm pets as well. This would be cool because when they fake death, people will target their pet. It gives them like 2-3 seconds to survive. This would be really nice if they did this. This would be really nice, not just for themselves, but also like if you're playing 3s or 4s, or or 2v2, you get the Marksman gives the pet buff. That would make them more viable. People will start playing with them more. Like, you don't see Marksmans much anymore because they're not very strong, and they need this kind of stuff to make people want to play with them. I think they need this. But I would only give it to Marksman. Make them so that they're exclusive. Make it so people have to play with the Marksman because it's an important class. If you give this to everyone, then it's going to be shit. But just give it to Marksman. It'll work well with a Marksman. Should material farming be pushed back into the game? Yeah, it should, but they need to refine it. So, like, I know, like, I like doing it, but they need to refine it. Like, in terms of refining, what I mean is, like, don't just buy it from the Nick shop. You have to farm the mob or whatever it is, and get the items and then craft. Not buy everything or buy a slab and then upgrade. Like, they need to fix what they're doing here. Make it so it's like it was back in Season 1 and Season 2, when it became like hard to get specific things. Like when you have to farm elementals to get that fucking orb. Like just small things to make it more like challenging and fun, and make it so like people all want to push for that item. Or for the scrolls or whatever, you know? Should Marksman and Elemental Mage have a temporary stealth for 10 seconds for 5 minutes? Yeah, they should. They should. Why? Why they should? Because if they're playing double damage, it's like with a rogue. They're squishy classes, man. They're damage. And mages should have a temporary stealth for 10 seconds for 5 minutes. And same with the Marksman. They should begin in stealth and then do the first hit. They're damage. That's how it should be. Like, that's their range. That's what ranges are. You gotta look for them. Source them. Kill them. It's not like it's gonna be OP, man. It's 10 seconds. They're gonna have to either hide for 10 seconds and then press it or whatever, you know? It's cool. They should do this. I agree. Should Marksman Sonic Boom spell damage be reduced by 40%? Yeah, it should. It really should. Because it's AoE, it's an AoE silence, it does damage, and it takes 3 seconds, and they can spam it twice. And they can kill someone with 2. So yeah, absolutely, they should nerf this to the ground. Does Bloodseeker Warrior deal too much damage? No. If there was no Mana Prism bugs and there was no fucking Nigel bug and all that shit, they would be fine. But because there's all these bugs in the game and you can use Mana Prism bugs, all these gems and shit which are dealing heaps of damage and all the extra fucking lava gems, that's what's making them broken right now. So I disagree here. I think they're balanced without the bugs. Should Marksman have a defensive spell in the 75 tree, like a 5-second immunity? Yeah, it would be nice. They should have like a turtle where all the spell gets missed or resisted for like 5 seconds. It'd be good, and make it like a 5-minute cooldown, so they only got one. They have to use it one time. This will keep them alive. Because you verse like if you're a marksman, you verse a mage, the only thing a mage has to do is press lightning and you die. Or a tank just has to use retaliate, or a DD just has to burst you. It's very hard for a marksman to survive right now in this current meta. Having stuff like this would make them really nice. But I wouldn't give them the pet. I wouldn't give them this if they have the option of the pet. I would have this and the pet in the 75 row as an option. They could pick one or the other. Make it so like they have to like go, oh, do I lose defensive to be an offensive? You know, like make it so they have to decide tough choices, you know. But it would help them in like PvE as well, this immunity thing for 5 seconds. Help them a lot. Should Garrison Flame not be more of a healer? Yeah, it should. It'd be cool to see flash heals and stuff in place. 6 of you agree, actually. All of you agree. That's cool. Yeah, so the reason why I think they should do it as well is because like I played it and it's like it's a tank, but it needs healing. It needs to heal or do something. I'd like to see it have a flash heal, kite flash heal. It'd be like a paladin. It'd be more of a paladin tank. It needs like flash of light or holy light healing. Even like I don't think restore is the way to go. Maybe like you could put a beacon on them, like keep the bubble on permanently. Like you heat the bubble on, you heal it, gives like additional healing to the team. That'd be cool. The design right now is not as cool as it should be. It's really just a draw class if you play it right now. 48. Would you like to change specs or spells in arena before the gate drops? Obviously, extend the time before the game starts. Yeah, they should. They should be like 1 minute. When you enter arena, you got a minute. You see the enemy team on the opposite side. You can decide whether or not you want to change your talents or spells. Like you might want to change to Nightmare before the gate drops because you're playing against a mage, or you expect Phoenix, for instance, and you want to kite the tank, so you need to use Nightmare. So that they're the things like I reckon they should allow. Yeah, this would be cool to see, but yeah, you'd have to extend the arena drop for this to work. Do you believe that Flame Knight AoE crown is too high? Flame stack 5 times. Would you consider the damage reduced by additional 15%? When they have all the Mana Prism spells and the bugs, they deal a lot of damage AoE, and I will agree. But I wouldn't say it's overpowered. Like, I don't see many Flame Knights in the top 10 right now. I feel like tanks are more overpowered. And if you verse a mage as the Flame Knight, you're literally a one-shot. If they were to do it and nerf it by 15%, they have to make the burst windows probably 25 seconds instead of 45, because it's the same time as the enemy's healer's prey, and you're never going to get a full damage burst out ever. And like an SG has a shield every time. So yeah, if you're gonna nerf the AO, you have to keep in mind that you have to give Flame Knight a faster burst cooldown window. So then that way they've got some viability. And so they can do different things. It's not predictable burst. Like their burst is too long. Like in terms of like cooldown, like it's every 45 seconds. You go to burst, they know what you're going to do. They see meta, they know you're going to burst. So like they'd be cool if they fix the burst window and they nerf the damage instead. So then we have more ways to play it out. So yeah, we'll see. Right now, 6 of you disagree with it and say, like including myself, disagree that the damage is overpowered. But whatever. Have players in the game, Hayfies, who's generally bad, needs gear which you consider a land game to reintroduce buffs. Fuck no. Don't ever bring buffs in arena again. Hayfies, just get good. Should Season 4 Trinket Free Will for 3 seconds be refined and changed, removed on control effect? Yeah, it should. I don't think a fucking passive 3 will for 3 seconds is normal. It's stupid. It should be removed. It's like the dumbest shit ever, man. Like, Sin can just abuse it and smoke bomb, just come out with trinket, bomb, run. It's dumb. Just remove it. It shouldn't even be there, to be honest. It shouldn't be there at all. Should arena have no time limit? Yes, that should be one way to do it. And dampening, yeah, it should be a dampening after 5. Either put dampening or damage increase after 5. So like a buff, you get a buff after 5 minutes, and it increases the damage of the DPS. So if you're a double DPS, you have more of a chance of winning after 5 minutes. So then people that play stealths can just stealth and then just come out when they after 5 minutes and know that they got the advantage. It's just small things. Do you consider the new PvE content dungeons event challenging like the old season ones? No, it's really bad. They really should fix this. I like the old PvE content. It was more challenging. It was way more harder. It started drifting off when they started doing RML. It was really lazy. They need to start bringing back harder content. Even NZL and AGL. They were fun. They were tricky. You had to like figure out the puzzles to make it like there was strategy to the boss. Like I don't know if you guys remember Core, but you had to like be around corners when you pop the spawn. You have to pull the boss across. Like just small things like that. They need to start doing that again. Like it just they need that stuff. It's same with Monkey Boss. You had certain strategies. You had non-reflex spells to kill the boss. Just small things. Would you like hard content again? Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see this happen. So yeah, issue 54, would you like to see hard content again, such as Monkey Boss or SRL or GSL or SPL to bring back competitive gameplay? Yes, please do it. Do it. 11 say yes, do it. 55, do you believe the Gameloft development team have gone way too pay to win in their Gameloft games? They will be more free to play friendly and drop prices. Yeah, over the years, guys, you did go over the ball. I remember when runes were $80 back in 2008. Now it's $170 in AUD. And it's the same amount, man. It's ridiculous. The pricing for runes, it's ridiculous. The amount of pay to win shit in the game right now to buy items that you've won for the week. Like if you win a vanity, you have to pay for it. Like what? There's so many things. Like even with the events, man, you had events that were free to play, and heaps of people used to buy tabs, buffs. Then you made it pay to win, and then people had to like for every run they were buying bloody it was just bad. They were just buying more shit, and like they weren't winning anything, and it became a problem. People started quitting because they're like, we can't win free to play events anymore because they're all pay to win. They need to like look at how they're doing things. Like sometimes you have to lose to win. You know, like if the event's free to play, people will spend buffs and so forth to make it fun. You know, and you guys will win off on it too, because if the content's hard, they have to use buffs. They have to use rune reses and stuff. I just don't see the point in making every fucking event pay to win, and I'm sure everyone agrees there. Sorry, I just got a quick email. Okay, sorry guys. Should Gameloft give the same drop rate in normal mode with lower drop rates? It's free to play. Yeah, they should. Or make it so the item's blue, and then you go to a vendor, and then you spend X amount of gold to upgrade to purple. Give them options. So like if you play normal mode, you can play for free, that's fine, but then you have to farm gold to upgrade it to purple, like a legend item. Or to call it the legend vendor or the normal vendor to upgrade to legend items, you know. That'd be cool. They should fix this, because like since I've been playing, I've never used normal mode. The only time I used normal mode was when I was farming fragments for my diploma rings. I forgot the name of the dungeon. It was a Flame Knight dungeon. But yeah, they should try and implement the free to play mode with the legend mode and try and make it so like you can farm all you want on normal mode, but yeah, there's ways for you to upgrade it to the legend mode tier. Should we have an in-game players that have limited moderation? Yeah, we should. There's a lot of racism going on right now. A lot of rude shit happening in global. Yeah, we should have like 2 or 3 people per server that can like monitor this all the time. it'd be good to have this happening. At least this way it frees up your development team. It also makes it easier for the community because they can just go direct to them. And if they've got further questions, then those community moderators can go to you guys, like myself or whatever. Do you believe 50% of the player base got their rammer weapons, lava gems, vanities, or other items from Gameloft customer care unfairly because of the drop rate? Yes, I fully agree here. So many people did this and cheated. So many contacted Lexi or Alexandra or Eula or Bron or whatever the fuck his name is. They all contacted these guys or girls from customer care and got free weapons. It was wrong. I'm still farming the weapon. It's taken me over a year. And there's people that got in a day, and I was like, how? And they're like, oh, we just contacted Gameloft customer care. And it's like, dude, like, yeah, this thing has to be fixed. And they only do it because the drop rate's really trash. You have to fix your drop rate, or bring more of these items in the events, you know, like, make people farm for the items, or like, give them reason to do events. Put rammer horns for people that come like 10 down, and then like the top 3, give them like the chance to win the rammer staff or the rammer lance, you know, make people fucking pump for these items. You guys will make money off it. I don't know what you're doing. Do you feel like the game itself is a lot harder to enjoy? Make content or players back in 1, 2, 3? Yeah, I do. Like, they dropped the ball. There was no content for a while. 19, 20, 21. So about 3 years now, there's no content. So yeah, I agree. Do you believe the current status of the game is worth fixing? 13 people say yes, 1 person says no. So yeah, they're saying the game is worth fixing. 61. Would you, as an Order and Chaos Pass or present player, come back to the game if these bugs fixes were fixed and a proper update was made? 50-50. 50-50. So yeah, here's some additional questions at the moment, which I'll go through quickly. Flame Knight is just fine as it is. You can survive with it as a heal Stargazer. There's my opinion. So, I said my honest opinion about this is kind of bizarre. So many got banned for your failure to fix bugs, and a lot of players left forced to proceed with the gems, mana prism, guild bugging spells to fill their evenly matched to other players in the game, and wrong players got a terrible 2050 ban. This would all be prevented if Gameloft fixed the bugs and the issues above, and yes, I feel the punish for all these players are too severe, and still never fix the issue. I strongly believe that you should lift all the bans if you fix or don't fix the issues. So I strongly agree with my own opinion there. Like, you shouldn't be banned. No one should be banned right now. Base buff resilience like they did in Season 2, so players who just hit 75 can kill Arena with no PvP gear and not get one shot. Base resilience be 30%, add diminishing returns after that, so a max PvC resilience geared player with full resilience gems PvP won't pass 60%. Bring back queue pop-up things to confirm entering. Yeah, we need that back. There's so many things that can go wrong. Someone might go to the toilet or whatever. Bring back 1+ only if you verse people within 500 rating of yours, so they can get 3151 rating. You need to be 2.7k teams. Lower restriction for PvP gear, so you can get a max of 2.4 trinkets. Mount should be still at 3k. Tattoo should be 3151. And 6 Gameloft live website, so people can change passwords. Yeah, that was another one I forgot to add. Yeah, can you guys fix your fucking internet page? No one can log on and play the game or change their passwords. Like, if they get hacked, they're fucked. They can just log onto your account. And there's been so many people getting hacked these days because your website's down. Fix the dumbass skill trees. It's like they are made for retards. Everyone has the same spec because there is more or less just one good option for every skill point you can use. And you can't hybrid spec anything. And also remove the stupid 80% melee DPS nerf in newer dungeons. There is literally no reason why spellcasters and ranged DPS can deal full damage. Valid point. Fix the retaliate damage. That's the biggest issue, along with the mana prism bugs where you're invincible and one shot everything. Yeah, I agree. Fix Gameloft live website. Yep. Yeah, it's true. We have to fix that. Bring back in-game voice chat. I think they removed it because there was people under the age of 16 that were playing the game, and there was people like 30 or 40. Hyperion. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So like, it was kind of like weird for them to have that. And plus, if something goes wrong, if they're violated, plus you got Discord. But yeah, it'd be cool to see it come back. Like, I know PUBG and all those other games use it. Re-release OAC 1 from 60 cap and do updates with different phases. Make major updates with new level cap and start over. RIP OAC. That'd be cool to see. Like a classic. There is a classic on Amazon, but it's not as good because people keep crashing it. But it would be cool to see an OAC classic, like OAC 1. Remove this stupid tank damage, spell scaling with their block value or army. Sorry, I didn't play tank. That deletes my entire HP virus at ranger. Don't get it wrong, tanks may do damage with shield slap, but they are tanks, not DDs. Agree. I understand everyone wants to nerf tank damage, but as a main tank, I want it to stay like this. Dude, shut the... For sure it's fun as tank, but that's not what their role is supposed to be. I agree. True, but playing tank is more funny than it was before. It's just boring spam anger and void. That's why there's other options to suggest the changes, so they're not so bad. But like, they shouldn't really be in arena anyways. Just get them to put game back into redevelopment. I'm trying. Just increase archer damage and archer skill tree maybe as well. Tank is fine. DD is also okay. Ali is probably the most interesting class to play. Stargazer is balanced as well. Heal and melee are okay too. Flame Knight is great as well. I didn't play Sin for a while. I feel like it's fine too. Archer damage seems quite low to me. I agree as well. I played Arch as well in Android. The damage is a little bit low. Okay. What else? Never saw a legit ranger. I don't really care. I have been a Sin main for over a couple of years, and it feels weird to me that Smoke Bomb deals damage. Should be a disengage tool, in my honesty. Yeah, I agree. Rather take the damage away from Smoke and increase your Dagger Stab and Shadow Strike. But maybe it's just me. Yeah, I feel like if you're playing an assassin, you should have combo points where you're like, when you're stabbing something, you deal more damage and more damage and more damage. And the Smoke Bomb should be a way to disengage, run away, you know, or escape dangerous damage and then come back in after. I agree with you on this. That's how a rogue should be. Yeah, I'm not even going to read that because you already know what I'm going to say. I think Retaliate itself is fine, but once you get to Blood Grunge, it stacks and does stupid damage. If tank had no stun on Void, it wouldn't even be that tanky you want to see, at least for melee classes. 30k is fine. No stacks 30k crit Retaliate. Yeah, I agree. Would you consider changing Retaliate for a Shield Slap AoE at 60% less damage effectiveness? So when you pick the option in the 75 slot, it helps with PV and mob holding. Obviously, you need to drop the damage since it's an AoE passive, but I feel that it'd be quite good for tanks. And for the Void spell stun, replace giving you a chance to give Void a silence or maybe even a root. So then it kind of won't be annoying so much for melees, but more for mages and healers. I reckon this change would be better, but I would never give the Shield Slap a stun. Like, you could give them the option, but it nerfs the damage heavily if you use the Slap stun. Like, there's just ways you can do it. No, maybe do Shield Slap AoE and remove the Void stun, like Season 3, that was cool. If Retaliate and Slap damage both nerf, tank is the support class, and AoE stun is fine. Support class is supposed to heal, give buff, and do CC stun, not one-shot people. Let's just focus less on the bugs. I think one very, very important thing to fix are events. Yeah, I agree. Along with maybe some weekly events like the old days, some good things to fix might be the black market rotation. Yeah, we haven't got enough rotations in black market. It's like died. They have new items like T7 and maybe some old weapons like lava or similar stuff, just an opinion. If you have any further ideas, feel free to do so. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, they really should focus more on black market again. It rotates the three same things constantly over and over and over. They need to pump more events out for sure. There's not enough events in Arcadian Forest. You only see one. Actually, I haven't seen any. I think it's bugged. I don't know. I haven't seen any events for a while. I agree with Snow. Fix events on AF, add more things in the black market. Rotation should be a priority. I forgot one point, as I'm not concerned by it, but a lot of people with half black screens. I think it's not something hard to fix, and an update to fix will be appreciated by every player. Okay, look, I'm gonna have to cut this video short today. I'll look into like the further comments down below. I'm gonna add to you guys the Discord page for this, so you guys can also add your opinions as well. So if you want to join, that's the code there, guys. Okay, so you just add this code in Discord and you can freely join, and you can add your opinion and your suggestions. Just be mindful though, I will be banning people that use a lot of profanity or use images or, you know, anything that violates a guideline in Order and Chaos, also for this page. So yeah, just be mindful, just be somewhat respectful. Yeah, and just be open, just be fair, just be straight up. If you'd like to see something changed, make sure you write it below. This will be sent on June the 10th, so don't be shy to put your truth opinion out there. And yeah, with everyone here that's watching today or sees this, every vote that you put in here matters. Your voice matters. It's very important right now you guys talk, because I can't do it alone. This is a very big thing to ask a company to do, especially for an old game. So if you guys want to see changes, you all need to act, and you all need to put your words in. Otherwise, they're just going to see me as one person. We need to be more than one person for changes, and they will do the changes, but you have to do the right thing, and, you know, put your opinion in, agree or disagree to what I've written. Like, I'm not saying my ideas are the best ideas in the world. I've just put something there because I see them as issues, and and a few of you have already agreed with me on it, with majority of them. So again, like, everything that you say matters and can potentially change the game for everyone to enjoy. So just remember, okay? And thank you for your time. I know it's an hour-long video, but this ain't even half of the content, sadly. There's so many more bugs in the game, but right now I'm just focusing on core aspects of the game, and then further down the line we'll work together and we'll try and get more and more done. But if they can't fix this, then yeah, look, we'll just do what we can and we'll go from there, okay guys? So yeah, make sure you like the video, make sure you please leave a comment and put your strong opinion in, please. And yeah, till then, just have a great day, okay? Peace.